Do you remember how long a single summer felt when you were 7 years old? Endless months of sunshine, infinite afternoons, where time seemed to stretch into eternity. Fast forward to today. Months slip away like sand through your fingers before you even notice. Years blur together. Birthdays arrive faster. Mondays feel like they happen every 3 days. Is time actually accelerating, or is something deeper happening inside our minds? Physics tells us that objective time flows at a constant, steady rate. 60 seconds per minute, 24 hours per day, unyielding and relentless. Yet human experience rejects this mathematical truth entirely. Our perception of time is not a measurement of external reality. It is a construct built deep within the neural architecture of the brain. In 1897, philosopher Paul Janet introduced a radical mathematical concept. Known as the proportional theory, it changes how we view every year of our lives. When you are 1 year old, a single year represents 100% of your entire existence. It is your entire memory pool, your full understanding of reality. By age 10, 1 year is only 10% of your life, a significant but smaller slice. At 50, that same single year represents a mere 2% of your journey. To a child, a year is an epoch. To an adult, it is a brief fraction of memory. Logarithmically speaking, the period between ages 5 and 10 feels as long as the entire span between ages 20 and 40. Mathematically, your subjective life is already half over by your early 20s. But mathematics only explains part of the story. Physics and biology hold another key. Consider the concept of saccadic eye movement and biological frame rates. Younger brains process visual information at a significantly higher frequency, like a high-speed camera capturing thousands of frames per second. Children record more mental images per second of physical time. Because they collect more data, the internal movie plays in slow motion. As metabolic rates slow down with age, neural processing speed naturally decreases. The brain captures fewer frames per second of actual reality. When fewer frames are recorded, time appears to pass much faster in retrospect. Your brain's subjective shutter speed is slowing down. Yet the most powerful thief of time is not biology, it is routine. Neuroscientists call this the memory compression effect. To a child, everything is new. The taste of snow, the sound of rain, riding a bike. The brain must work intensely to process and store these novel experiences. Deep, rich memories are created with high resolution and detailed storage. In adulthood, routine takes over. The morning commute, the desk work, the evening commute. When information is familiar, the brain operates on energy-saving autopilot. It deletes familiar data instead of recording it. A month of repetitive routine contains only 1 day's worth of new memories. When you look back, your mind finds no markers, and time shrinks. There is also a fascinating parallel in the physics of thermodynamics. The second law of thermodynamics states that entropy, disorder, always increases. Time zero is defined by this relentless progression from order to disorder. In biological systems, living organisms maintain order by consuming energy. In youth, metabolic energy production is at its peak. Internal biochemical reactions occur rapidly, creating an intense inner clock. As metabolic rates decline, internal biological time slows down relative to physical time. When your internal clock ticks slower, external clock ticks feel faster. The universe seems to accelerate outside while you slow down inside. It is entropy's subtle whisper embedded in human biology. In the modern age, a new variable has entered this temporal equation: digital distraction and hyper-fragmented attention. When we scroll through endless streams of short-form content, we offer our brain rapid micro-stimuli without meaningful context. This tricks the brain into feeling engaged without building long-term memories. Hours disappear into digital black holes without leaving a trace. We feel like we did so much, yet remember almost nothing. This artificially accelerates the temporal compression of aging. We are effectively speeding up our own perception of time, making decades feel like years and years like weeks. Is acceleration inevitable? Or can we hack our perception of time? Neuroscience offers a clear antidote: intentional novelty. When you learn a new skill, visit unfamiliar places, or break routines, you force your brain out of energy-saving autopilot. You increase the temporal frame rate once again. Mindfulness, paying deep attention to the present moment, stretches duration. When you focus fully on sensory inputs, you record richer memory files. A weekend filled with rich, novel experiences feels longer than a month of routine. You cannot add physical hours to your day, but you can expand subjective time. Time is not just measured by clocks, it is measured by awareness. Time moves fast only when we let life slip past unobserved. Physics sets the boundary of our days, but psychology sets their depth. Wake up from autopilot. Break the routine. Seek the unknown. Slow down your internal clock and watch the universe pause with you. Because in the end, life isn't short. We just spend too much of it asleep.